It's literally been ages. Okay, so I love reading and I love reading young adult books, so I thought I would help all the other readers out there and put out a books recommendation video. These are 20 books that I love, like extremely love. They're close to my heart. There are like definitely many other books, but I couldn't include all of them in one video. But please let me know if you want like more suggestions, because trust me, I have like so many of them, but I didn't want the video to be too long. So yeah, let's just get right on into the video. So the first book is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. So it's about this girl Hazel who has cancer, and then she meets this guy Gus. His name is Augustus Waters, and he's already cured of cancer. And it's like really cute and tragic and happy, and it has all different emotions, and it's really good. It's like my favorite book because it's written so beautifully. Absolutely love it. Recommend. Second book is Let It Snow, again by John Green. So it has like different things happening in different teenagers' life during Christmas, and how they're somewhat connected by one thing. So it's really nice. Book is Matched. It's actually a series, Matched by CONDIE. So there are three books to this series. There's Matched, Crossed, and Reached. So this is about like a whole different world where people, they can't decide like they're actually matched with some other person, like who's gonna be their life partner and stuff. Everything is decided and stuff like that. So it's very interesting, so you should definitely read it. Then we have like the Harry Potter series. Everybody knows about it, and if you've never heard of that, you're like living under I don't know which rock. It's huge. So yeah, it's about wizards, witches, witchcraft, and loyalty, friendship, and then we have The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the surname right, but yeah. This is about a guy who's coming of age, and he makes friends with seniors and stuff like that, and he learns about life and everything. He's like really innocent and stuff, so he learns everything, mistakes, and it's very interesting. Okay, and then there's this book. It's called The Sun Is Also a Star by NICOLA YOON. And in this book, there's this girl who, she stays in New York. It's based in New York. So, she's getting deported to like her country, like where her parents lived and where she lived before. There's a lot of violence there, but she's fighting to not get deported, and then this guy, he helps her and stuff. So, and then there's this book called Fangirl. It's written by Rainbow Rowell. That's a pen name. So what happens in this book is there's this girl. She's obsessed with this book fiction thing, and she writes fan fiction. So when she goes to college, she has essays and stuff like that. So she's like a great writer, but in the fiction way. So she writes all of essays and stuff based on that, and she thinks people are gonna praise her and stuff, but she has a lot coming her way. So yeah. And then there's this book. It's called I'll Give You the Sun. So this, I know it sounds kind of cheesy, but it's not cheesy. It's about twins, Noah and Jude. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And so it's about them. So it's about like first they were like very close and together. So as they grow up, they become when they're teenagers, they kind of separate. Somebody's like the very cool person, and one of them is like not cool, and then life happens, and then at the end how everything kind of comes together, and how they're different in their own ways and stuff. So and then there's this book. It's called 5 Feet Apart. It's about this girl who's like again, she has cancer. She's admitted to this hospital, and then there's this other guy who's also there, and they kind of have the same thing. So they have to stay 5 feet apart from each other, even though still like they like each other. So they kind of don't want to break rules, because the girl is like a good girl, like, and she doesn't want to break rules because she doesn't want anybody to die and stuff. But you know, it's how they, you know, go through this distance and stuff. Then the next book is called Everything Everything Again by NICOLA. So it's about this girl who, you know, who has this disease, and she has this, like, her she has to stay inside her house. She can't go anywhere. She has to, you know, breathe this purified oxygen thing and everything. She has to get medicated. She's never left the house her entire life, like as long as she can remember. She's never left the house and stuff like that. And at the end you have like a plot twist and stuff. So then the next book is about 13 Reasons Why. I mean, people know about this already, Hannah Baker. So yeah, she's this girl, she kind of struggles with, you know, mental health issues, and you know, she, you know, really feels like she needs someone to talk to and support her, but people are just like being rude and bullying and talking behind her back, and she doesn't find anybody to be like extremely real to rely on. So she commits suicide, and she leaves 13 tapes, and one tape is dedicated to like each person, like before she dies. And you know, like those are the 13 reasons why she had to die. So, and then this book is called Honestly Ben, and this book is by this person, and it's about this guy Ben, who's in this, you know, who's like the perfect guy in like what you would want a guy to be like. You know, he was like, he gets straight A's, he's like a star athlete and stuff. He stays in like a boys boarding school. So, and but then he's gay, and that kind of is a problem for him because his parents and like people, mostly people, don't know about it. So he tries to tell them in a very weird way. So it's like he's being honest. And then there's this book, it's called An Abundance of Catherines by John Green. So in this book, there's this guy who has only dated girls whose names are Catherine and nothing else. So kind of weird, but yeah. And then, you know, he kind of develops this formula, you know, like how long is my relationship going to last and stuff like that, but doesn't end up working though, because you know, you everything can't be calculated by math. So yeah, that's what he realizes at the end. And there is like friends and love and everything. Then there's this book, it's called Turtles All the Way Down, so by John Green. So in this, it's basically a famous person is missing, and nobody can find him, and people are gonna get a lot of money if they find him. So you know, two girls, they, you know, decide to try to find him and stuff. It's like one of their very old friends' dad, and he did something bad. So yeah, they go to find him, and then it's like very different. Like you won't even expect what's gonna happen. So definitely read it. And then there's this book, it's called If I Stay. It's again a 2-book series. It's called If I Stay and Where She Went. So basically, like this girl, she's like really happy with the family and everything, and then she has like a great boyfriend, a great family, and then she plays the ukulele, I think, yeah. And then no, sorry, she plays this cello, and suddenly she goes through this accident where everybody dies in her family, but you know, she can feel, and you know, she feels like she has this decision, like she can stay or she can leave. So this is what it's all about, like if she stays or if she leaves. The next book is called Every Day, and in this book what happens is there's this person, basically like a spirit or something, who, you know, basically changes bodies every day. He's a guy, I think, like he has no gender, but he changes bodies every day, and he falls in love with this one girl. It's like very weird, because if I'm explaining it to you, you won't get it, but you should go and read it because it's nice. It's weird, but a good weird. The next book is called The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. It's called The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. So in this book, it's about racism and how the blacks are treated and what teenagers learn from that and things like that. So yeah. Next book is called Simon versus the Homo sapien. So basically, Simon is gay and people just tease him, bully him, and stuff like that. Actually, there's this movie. It's called Love, Simon. I mean, you may know the movie if you don't know the book. So that is this book. It's called Before I Fall. So it's basically this girl who wakes up every day, like it's like the day she dies, but whenever she wakes up it's like the same day repeating, and like she wants to figure out why she died, but she dies every day, but again wakes up to the same day because she wants to fix something and she wants to know something, and there's something she needs to know which she doesn't figure out in like a lot of days, so it just repeats itself. And then there's this book, it's kind of a funny story. So this book is like dark humor. The story is like not funny, it's like kind of sad and dark, but the way the author tells it is like in a funny way. It's like dark humor. So if you like if you like dark humor and stuff like that, definitely go and read it. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like any of the books that I've said, or if you've read them, so just leave them in the comments below. That's how I know you're still watching. And yeah, like if there are any other books you want me to read, leave that in the comments as well. And if you want a part 2, definitely tell me, because I couldn't include all of my favorite books in one video. So definitely look out for part 2, even if you don't ask. I'm just gonna post it sometime, not like very recently, because I have interesting videos planned. So like, yeah, I love you. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and leave a like. I love you so much.